been several hours that I have not been on for a lot of years, and I'm finally back. But yeah, I'm gonna just talk to you guys here about this game and review for a little bit, then I'm gonna turn this off. But NASCAR Ignition is probably by far the worst game ever. I mean ever. I'm not happy with it. The game is flack. It is a crap game that needs to be fixed. Okay? And I was playing a minute ago. I had a great setting on the car. I mean, literally great setting. And it literally just destroyed me. I was dating him when I was the 11 Toyota Camry, and as soon as there was only three laps to go, or 5, but as soon as my gas, I'm still leading. You know, I'm right behind Carl Larson and everyone else that I'm leading with, and all of a sudden my gas goes insanely down, on the 63rd lap. And I had 67, I was almost 67 laps in, and all of a sudden my gas went down. For a game to really, and here's my theory about this, guys. It is not a game that should not have been rushed. It shouldn't. For NASCAR Ignition, for a licensed game to come out when it was not that good, it is not. It is a crappy game. Now to death, but it's not NASCAR Heat. Okay? You know, we've had a lot ups and downs with this game, and it still is to this day. To this day forward. And I have not been playing it since today. And I've been, reading that there was a new, whatever if, theory that I have with this, and it's still a crappy game. Now, as far as I'm concerned, and everyone else is too, that I would agree that this game has no potential. It does not. And I haven't been on this game since the update came out, and I've been playing my NASCAR Heat on my Switch, and I gotta say, I've been winning a lot of races on there than this. I would have to say. So, guaranteeing of how this game is going to go in the new update coming out in September, I really don't know what to expect with this game. I really do not know how to express my feelings for this crap game. I don't know why people are still playing it. Real Rabbin's still playing it. I watch his channel on it. But to me, it's just no use. There is no use to this game. And I'm going to go into a track a little bit here, and we're going to go into road course and practice for a bit. But still, it's so monotonous of what this game turned out to be. Now, I could even rant on right now of how bad it is. Because it's bad. It is a game that should not be played on PS4, Xbox One, at all, for any reason whatsoever. Because as a NASCAR fan, you want to have a game that is succeeding, that's going to be a lot better off game than this. I mean, that's just it. And don't get me wrong, I love the game, and I do, but I can rant on this for a day or two, and read it again, and read, overstudying it, whatever. The cars are great, don't get me wrong, but it is not what it needs to be done. And even the settings are horrible. Like you go on to if you go over here, you go to difficulty settings. Mine has a custom setting, okay? So that's where it's at right now with this game. But when you're on a track and you're racing with a car, then even when you pause a menu, the cars glitch. It will just automatically glitch, and the physics are bad on this game. Everything is bad. It is so. Okay, I'm gonna go to a track here and I can show you what I mean by this, because this is a crappy game, and it still is. I don't play it constantly. I don't play it like I want to be, and I shouldn't, because it's my theory on this. So a lot of it takes place as a game, and it should be that way, but it's just not fun. It is so. It's just very stressful on how to, not have a great game. And so, it's just hard. It's not easy, It is never easy for a game to overturn it. And I can rant on every day about this. I want to go tomorrow live again on here, but to be honest with you guys, this is a crappy game. And I think it's like $30 now at GameStop or Walmart, whatever, and Steam. I really don't know what to expect of the update. So, I really don't know how to say this without hesitance of getting upset, because there's no reason for this game to, crash at the end of the race. And that's what it shouldn't be. That's what it should not be in this kind of game. And, a lot of reviews on it, the reviews are terrible. And it is not a game, like I said, should not be played by a NASCAR fan. Now, if you're diehard NASCAR fans, that is okay. But still, the bottom line is, Motorsports made this game. They said, "Oh, it's gonna be the best NASCAR game," but it's not.
3.6-mile road course in Daytona.
I mean, it's terrible. It is like going to a store and buying a cheap pair of shoes. That's how bad it is. And so, you're talking about a game that's not gonna be playable? It is never playable, ever. I mean, literally ever. And that's why I don't play this game. I play NBA. I play baseball. I play my NASCAR Heat, Evolution. Oh my gosh, that's the best game. There's no crashes on that, but it's still the best game. So we're gonna do a quick wrap here, and then we're done. I'm done running about this, and you guys can watch this every night and hear me out on this, because it is a bad game that should not be playable. And it is so weird. So we're going to take a quick wrap here. So it is just terrible, bro. It is so bad of a game that you cannot get this car and move around because it's so tough. And it's like, you don't know what to do with it. And I sure don't know. Because my gas went down on the 63rd lap of the race. So, I kind of I don't know what to expect on what the update's going to be in September, but I could be wrong. It could be a lot better than this. But it is a crappy game that should never be played. Okay, that is all I'm saying into this video on this live. You guys can rant about this if you want. I'm right there with you. Okay, I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to relook at this again, practice on this game before I go live, because like, in order to race, we have to make sure that we're up for it, that I'm up for it, that I don't get frustrated with it, because it is a hard game to play, and you know, that's what it is, man. And you gotta be easy on it. And sometimes it could be hard to do, some others can. But the fact is that you want a great game to play, this is not it. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, look at this. The car's not right. It's going in the grass. So it's not that it's bad, I just don't like it. I don't care for the game. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to practice with this tomorrow and before I go live, because like this game is outrated. I mean, it's so, the game is better when it's in NASCAR heat. Okay, like I do go backwards, you know, sometimes, and of how I do it. But the rant that I'm doing right now is like, you know, when are we gonna have a decent NASCAR game? Is that ever gonna happen to us? No. It is not. So, rather than doing it right, doing the best we can, it comes down to which happens with the game, and doing it better, doing it right, you know, etc. But at the same time, you don't really know when to overcome this game, because it's so bad. It is that bad of a game, you know. And at certain points, it's just bad enough as it is. Alright guys, that was a quick wrap of this race, of this game. I will do live tomorrow again, so I gotta practice on this a little bit more, and we'll see what happens from there. See ya.